Hey guys, Icy Bump here, bringing you this Dragonflight Unholy leveling guide. This will specifically be for level 60 to 70 leveling as the Unholy Death Knight. However, a lot of what I say here can be applied to leveling your Unholy DK from level 8 or 10, depending on what race you pick, right? We'll primarily talk about leveling talents, as well as leveling rotation and kind of some tips and tricks, all with the goal of making your leveling easier and quicker. First of all, so here's my leveling tree. It might seem a bit odd because this does differ quite significantly from what you would expect as like a level 70 tree. The primary reason for that is that we're looking for as much, damage up front as possible. So we don't pick that many cooldowns or abilities that kind of stack up over time. We want the damage to come up immediately, because when we do level, any specific target we do kill is going to be a very short encounter, right? So we want to maximize the damage in that encounter. We focus heavily on dots here, so you can see I pick up both Plaguebringer, Ebon Fever, and Super Strain. And the idea is that we will try and pull multiple mobs together by using Outbreak on them or grip them in, right? We're going to use Skirt Strike to make our dots hurt, and then that's going to be a very efficient way of cleaving down a lot of targets. Generally, when you level, if you can do kill 5 to 10 targets at the same time, it's much quicker than going to 1-to-1, obviously. In the class-specific tree, we focus primarily on both survivability, mobility, and damage, right? So you can see I pick up improved Death Strike. This is like very important from a leveling point of view. If you kill enemies, you're going to get Dark Succor procs. That makes a Death Strike free of cost and it heals you more. So you want improved Death Strike to bump up that healing. Means that you never need to sit down and eat really when you do level, and you can just do a continuous flowing motion. We go down to Abomination Limb as quickly as possible because that's a great cooldown. It's very good when you're like engaging multiple targets. It grips them all together, deals a ton of burst damage. Great one to go for. The rest is kind of like not as important, but you just follow the route I put down here. Obviously this is the level 71, so you start by going to Abomination Limb, and then you will go down to a Power Room Weapon once you level up, that kind of thing. Same thing in the spec tree, right? We start out by going into Super Strain, and then we pick up all those parallel talents as we go. Now for the rotation and the tips and tricks here. So the primary goal here is, one, put up your diseases. You either do these would use Outbreak. That's both a great button to apply your disease, but it's also great to pull mobs from afar. So you want to pick up multiple mobs, you just Outbreak each and every one, right? We also want to use Skirt Strike quite quickly. So Skirt Strike will trigger the Plaguebringer buff for 5 seconds, which is going to make our disease tick harder. So what you generally do is like you Outbreak, and then you do Skirt Strike, then you go and find some new mobs, Outbreak, 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 and another Skirt Strike, right? Once they're all grouped together, you want to pop down your Deafening K, and you want to cleave using your Skirt Strike. When it comes to spending your runic power, it's either Death Call or Epidemic. Generally, we will try to group up enough mobs to make Epidemic worthwhile, because we want to use it if there's 3 or more. But if you don't manage to group that many up, or if you're fighting a single mob, it's all Death Call. And that's just essentially to spend your runic power. It's not that high priority, but still something you will be doing in your rotation. In the leveling rotation, you pretty much ignore wounds everywhere, right? We don't pick up any synergy with wounds. We don't even pick up Apocalypse, which is usually used on targets with wounds. So you can essentially just ignore them. The one time we do want to care about them is when you want to hit like a big boss target, right? That's lost HP. In that case, you want to use your Festing Strike to build the wounds and use your Skirt Strike to burst them. That's kind of the only scenario. When you're just running around killing easier mobs, it's all Outbreak, it's all Skirt Strike, it's all Deafening K, and then Skirt Strike Cleave. Nothing regarding the wounds at all. I do pick up Death's Reach here, which means that every time you kill something, it resets the cooldown on my Death Grip. Do you want to leverage that as much as possible, right? Because it's going to make your leveling much quicker. Use Death Grip to grip in mobs, right? When you kill them, you can grip in another one. Grip. It's quick. It increases the speed at which you can kill the mobs. You also have Army of the Dead and Gargoyle. Those are specifically for when you want to kill a bit more difficult mobs. So a lot of quests have like, oh, you want to kill this elite at the end, or some kind of encounter which lasts for 30 seconds. That's when you want to use Gargoyle and Army of the Dead, right? Just to quicker kill that, and then move on to doing some more spread cleave AoE damage to mobs around you. Right, for the defensives, we have AMS, great one to use when there's also casters around. It absorbs medic damage. We have Icebound Fortitude, just a general good button to press whenever you fight other mobs. Like if you pull together like 6 difficult ones, you want to press Icebound Fortitude to reduce that damage intake. Yeah, we can pick up Blinding Sleet, right? That's a cast interrupt, also a good way to kind of control mobs. So if you're feeling that, oh, hang on, I'm a bit overwhelmed, you can press Blinding Sleet, run away a little bit, let your dots tick down and kill the enemies. Finally, something worthwhile to mention, for the Runeforge, I recommend picking up the Unending Thirst one. It gives you some speed, gives some haste whenever you kill a mob. That's going to be active a lot of the time when you level, and it's going to increase your leveling rate substantially, right? Because it's going to be much quicker for you to run between the mobs, you're going to finish your quest quicker, and everything's just going to go faster. Alright, so I think that was it. You got the talents, you got the general rotation, a bit of tricks. Hopefully that helps you when you are going to level between 60 or 70, or just generally leveling throughout Dragonflight. Hope it speeds up your experience, makes it more enjoyable and more fun. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think about this video. Leave an upvote, downvote, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.